name is? Jesus. That's right. For he shall save his people from their sins. And all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child, shall bring forth a son, and he shall call his name Emmanuel, which, being interpreted as Emmanuel, God with us. We had that in the quiz. Then Joseph, being raised up from his sleep, did as the angel of the Lord had bidden him, and took unto him his wife. And he didn't know her until she had brought forth her firstborn son, and he called his name Jesus.
Keep on the same point.
Yeah. So then, when Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea, in the days of Herod the king, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that was born the King of the Jews? And I want you to note this, we have seen his star in the east, and I come to worship him. And I'll skip down. Verse 9 says, When they heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star, which they saw in the east, went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. And when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were coming to the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, fell down and worshipped him. And when they opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. You went to Sunday school. So, there were certain words there that I emphasised and spoke. The word angel, the word star, and gift. And the first one we find, kids, was this? Go on. An angel, exactly. Where would you sometimes find this? Go on. On a Christmas tree, yes. Now, I've been thinking about what to say tonight. The angel is something I've been thinking about. And we just heard, sometimes you find it up there, on top of a Christmas tree. But where do the angels come from? They come from heaven. So really, the fact that there's an angel in the story that comes from heaven, what it teaches us is it's a heavenly messenger. If the angel comes from heaven, he's bringing a message from heaven. So, at the beginning of the story, we've got a message from heaven. And then we read about a star. And where do we find the stars? You quick, your hand. In the sky, exactly. Or up there on the Christmas tree. And the reason we find the stars in the sky or in the heaven is because they're a sign from heaven. We can think about them as the fact that it tells us of a God who made all the heavens and he put all the stars there. But there was a special star that we read about, and it was the wise men. They came and they said, We've seen a star in the east. And we want to come back and think about that. So we've had an angel, we've had a star, and then there was another thing. What did the wise men bring with them?
Gifts.
Gifts, exactly. We've got a gift. Somebody might get a gift tonight. I hope it's me because I know what's in here. But there are gifts. Anyway, what we read about was the fact that there was an angel came and told Joseph he had a big conundrum. He didn't know what had happened to Mary. And being her husband, he was really confused and he wanted to divorce her. But an angel came and brought a message from heaven. A heavenly messenger brought a message from heaven and said, Don't do it, because what's happened to Mary is of God. And she's going to bring forth a child. You're going to call his name Jesus, and he's going to save his people from their sins. And it was a direct message from heaven through the heavenly messenger to Joseph. And I think it's amazing. When we think of the birth of Jesus, we love the fact that we can all get together on a Friday night in Kennelly at the Gospel Hall and we can have a little celebration, we can enjoy a meal together. But what I'd like to do tonight is just very briefly think about the real story behind Christmas and what it means. Why do we have Christmas? And it begins with a message from heaven. And then these wise men that came along, they said, We've seen his star in the east. Now, the east, I think, was probably a journey of about 900 miles for these men to come. And remember, they were coming with camels and donkeys. They weren't coming in supercars or flying in planes, so they had a long way to come. And what they saw in the starry sky, they saw a new star come up in the sky. And really, I think these men probably knew something that was written way back in the 5th book of Moses called Numbers, which said, "A star shall rise out of Jacob." And that meant that for those who studied the Bible, I think it meant that that star would indicate the Messiah, God's Christ, had been born. And the star popped up there. And these men thought, we've got to get on our camels and we've got to go to Judea. And that's what they did. So there was a heavenly message and there was a heavenly sign. Right? And everything now is telling me that something special is happening. Right? God spoke, a sign appeared. And the sign was strong enough that it meant that these wise men would do a huge journey. Now these wise men, when they came, they brought gifts. Now, I bought this gift. Well, my wife bought this gift. Probably Morrison's. Right? So the thing is, this isn't a heavenly gift. This was bought here. This is an earthly thing. We've had a heavenly sign, we've had a heavenly message. So there's something wrong with an earthly gift. See, the whole reason for Christmas, while we love to give gifts to one another, and just in passing, it's an odd thing that on somebody else's birthday, the birthday of Jesus, we give gifts to one another, we don't give anything to him. It's a funny thing. When it's my birthday, people give gifts to me. But there's an earthly gift in my hand. What we need to think about tonight is what the heavenly gift is. And the real reason for Christmas, the reason for the season, as it's sometimes said, is Jesus. And that's the reality, that's what you need to understand tonight. God spoke, God put a sign, God put a baby in a manger. And what we heard tonight from this lovely lady here at the front was Emmanuel means God with us. The baby was God, and he was born. I found it interesting as I was thinking about this because if you go to Wikipedia, and as far as I'm aware, Wikipedia is an open source, anybody in the world can contribute, they can disagree with it, they can comment, they can change it, I think. But Wikipedia says that nearly all historians of antiquity agree that in the 1st century, Jesus of Nazareth was a real man on earth. So the story of the birth of Jesus is factual. It's true. According to history, Jesus was here. The question is, what do we do with Jesus? Who is he? Well, if we believe there's a heavenly messenger and a heavenly sign, and it caused people to move, like wise men to come such a long journey just to see him, and they brought gifts and they fell down and they worshipped. If that happened, then I need to think about what it means for Jesus as well, because the real gift of Christmas was Jesus. It's not the earthly gift that my wife bought in Morrison's. It's the gift that came from heaven, which was shouted by the angel, and it was shown in the starry sky. An interesting thing about the star, by the way, when the wise men came, it said that they saw the star and it went before them and it stood over the house where the child was. So they saw a star in the sky, but then that star, I think, must have been much, much lower, that it went before them on their journey and it pointed out the house. You know, if a star was millions of miles up there, you wouldn't know which house in Kennedy it was pointing at. It's the reality. But there was a house that was marked out and they went in and they found a baby, just as they expected a child. And wise men, clever people, men who were really intelligent, when they saw this baby, they knew this was God. Emmanuel, God with us, and they worshipped and they gave their gifts. But this is the real gift of Christmas. It's Christ. It's Jesus. And the reason he came, the angel said, is to save his people from their sins. And for those who come to this gospel hall, and for me who goes to one over in Glencraig, the reason for my life is Jesus. He has given me life. But he's not just given me life for now, he's given me eternal life, because the baby went on to become a boy, to become a man. We know the story of the carpenter. And he went on to a cross at Calvary to die for my sins, to pay the price for the wrong things that I've done. And that really is the gift of Christmas. He has given me life eternal, the life of God, because I believe in Him. I believe that Jesus really came. He was really here. I agree with those historians of antiquity that don't disagree with each other. But whatever persuasion they're from, history tells us there was a man who 2,000 years ago walked the streets of Jerusalem and Galilee and Nazareth. He physically was here. And he did go to a cross. And he did die. And he did go into a tomb. And at Easter time we'll remember that he rose again. And that's the Jesus that Christmas is all about. It's about the God who loves you and would like you, this Christmas, to have that deep personal relationship with Him. Listen to the angel, see the star, think about the reality. This is lovely. Somebody can have this gift. And I know what's in it. Do you like mince pies? There you go, you can have it. There you go. But the best gift of Christmas isn't a box of mince pies. The best gift is to take Jesus to your heart and have the gift of eternal life that He has died to give you. And that's my simple message. Think about the real reason for the season. And may God bless you all this Christmas. And may you have a happy time tonight. Thank you.